Now, Power Rangers Cosmic Fury has came and went, and now we're waiting for the supposed reboot that's supposed to be coming in 2025. Now, in one of my previous videos, I thought that Power Rangers Space Patrol Alpha was supposed to be the next season, and it was supposed to be adapting off of the show Power Ranger and Lupin Ranger. But I could have been more wrong. There's going to be a hard reboot of the entire franchise without any continuity connections of the past 30 years. The reboot was announced back in late 2019, early 2020. We all know that Simon Burnett stepped down as showrunner, and Jonathan Entwistle and Jenny Klein became the current showrunners. This reboot will also not rely on stock footage from Super Sentai. That could either be a good or bad thing in my opinion. The suits they could make, it could be either great, mediocre, or terrible. I thought the suits for Cosmic Fury were mediocre at best, but as the show was going on, they grew on me. Despite all the complications like the writer's strike, the production of New Zealand shut down, and the Solar E1, the reboot is still happening. Now, I discussed it before in my live version of my show, Burst Talk episode 100, on the details on the supposed reboot. Now, it is said that Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank's character, will be the center of this new universe. Then we'll have the first official rebooted female Red Ranger of that universe, and I guess she'll be the leader and whatnot. And then we'll have the other Rangers, you know, yellow, black, blue, pink, or whatever. But what had me a little perturbed is that they're going to have Tommy as the center character of this new universe. If you would have asked me years ago, or when I made this video when Jason David Frank was still alive, I would have been like, okay, cool. That's good. Make Tommy the center of this new universe going in once it's established. But now I'm like, y'all really trying to capitalize off this man's death to try to get, you know, a new fresh start of the franchise and whatnot. Leave Tommy alone, or leave Jason David Frank alone. Let this man rest in peace. Because we all know Jason David Frank said goodbye to the character years ago. And for you to try to bring that character back to be in the center just to, you know, capitalize off of Jason David Frank, is pretty disgusting to me. And I also said this in my previous video concerning Power Rangers. There are other heroes that rose to the occasion that did things better than Tommy. You could use Andros, you could use Wes, you could use Billy. Or, since I feel that now that this reboot, y'all can just do whatever y'all want and pander to the feminist agenda, you could at least made Kimberly the center of that universe if you wanted to. But nope, you're using this as a way to get folks to watch the show because y'all have Tommy Oliver's character in there, and Tommy Oliver was once played by Jason David Frank. But there could have been a way that you could have used Jason David Frank's legacy or Tommy Oliver's legacy to incorporate in this new rebooted universe. Because last time I checked, Tommy had a son and his name was JJ. I don't know what JJ stands for, but it's in canon that Tommy had a child, both the comics and the TV show. And you know they was going to feature JJ in Cosmic Fury, but they chose to cut it due to budget reasons. I would have loved to see how JJ and Billy would react to each other. And it also would have been funny to have like a joke or a running gag within the series. Now I'm just going back to Cosmic Fury and other series going back as of right now. I know I was going to be talking about the reboot, but I was trying to throw in my opinions of how Cosmic Fury could have went if they would have featured JJ and whatnot. But before this video continues, join my Discord, Burst Talk Infinite, where I talk about everything media from anime, comics, TV shows, video games, and whatnot, even though I don't have to necessarily make a video on it. The link will be in the description below, and you guys can join anytime. Now, what I'm saying is that they could have had like a meta joke or a running gag of how the older Rangers react to finding out that Tommy became a science teacher. But they're going to go on the path of capitalizing off of a man's death, because in real life, you're worth more dead. Because look what happened when Prince died. Prince's movie Purple Rain was in the $5 bin before he died. Now when you went into the store, the movie was like $20 sitting in the new movie rack. When Jason David Frank passed away, everybody was selling everything that they had that Jason David Frank ever signed. Even if it wasn't signed, they were still selling it for outrageous prices. But I had one more theory concerning this doggone reboot, and it could have been like a glorious opportunity to connect it to the main universe of 30 years without actually having to go there. Now, you remember seeing the Morphe Masters in Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury and whatnot. Now, in Dino Fury Season 2, you only seen about, I think, like 3 Morphe Masters in the present day, because we always seen them in flashbacks and whatnot, right? Now, what if, and this is what if now, speculation, what if each Morphe Master had their own universe to maintain? The only explanation to where it's like you probably seen them all at once, if the threat of that current universe that one Morphe Master is over is in danger. But where you think I'm going with this? Now that Zato is a Morphe Master, do you think that a new universe could have spawned it? Because evidence supporting this is that I felt that Master Green was over the main universe that we've been seeing for over 30 years. However, the only drawback to Zato having his own universe to overlook, but this could be like a bad thing also if it is true, because now I feel that Zato is now overlooking the woke Power Rangers universe. Now, they may have sprinkled it in the past current seasons or whatnot. However, now in this rebooted universe, they can go all out. And to be honest, that's dumb. You're going to turn fans away before even a first episode even comes out. But I hope that the first part of my theory comes true, that since Zato became a Morphe Master, he has now sprouted a new universe that he has to overlook. But once the reboot comes out in 2025, I'll probably still watch it because, hey, it's Power Rangers. I've been watching Power Rangers ever since I was a little kid, and I'm not going to stop now just because it's, you know, a little woke and whatever. But I still will have my problems with it if woke stuff happens to just pop its head in there. So I ask you guys, what do you guys think of the supposed reboot? Are you excited about it? Are you curious? Or you just don't care? Let me know in the comments. That's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you all next time.